I have a bachelor's degree in business administration. I actually thought I wanted to be in accounting and computer science, but kind of quickly pivoted into the business world and always had a passion for marketing and communication. And I've kind of had a unique career where I've done lots of special projects at all kinds of different industries. So what I've loved about marketing is you can do it for so many different fields, from consulting, from transportation, to software, to the A&E industry. It's something that really translates and you get to be exposed in so many different ways. But I've also done a ton of special projects. So while I've led 3 different marketing teams in my last few organizations, I've always found myself pulled into all these special or corporate initiatives, and it's something that I continue to do here as well. I have a lot of memorable experiences throughout my career. I've considered myself very lucky for some of the people I've met and the experiences that I've had. But one that comes to mind is when I was in South Africa. I worked for an organization that was headquartered out of there, and while we were small, we were global, and I had a chance to meet a lot of people and visit a lot of parts of the world that I've never been exposed to. But the coolest thing and the most memorable thing was spending time on a game reserve in South Africa and going out on a Jeep in the early morning, open air Jeep, and just getting to see the animals. And at one stage, I think I was only about 10 feet away from a lion in the wild, sitting in this Jeep and being terrified, because anyone who knows me knows I'm a complete scaredy cat, especially when it comes to animals. And just in this surreal moment with some of my colleagues and just feeling like so alive, and what an incredible opportunity to be there. So I get to wear a lot of different hats at LDG, which is one of the things that I enjoy the most about my job. I'm very passionate about marketing and communications, which I know can look different at A&E firms. And here at LDG, we really see it in 2 different ways. There's an internal component when it comes to marketing and communications, and then there's an external piece to it. So separate from business development, our team is really focused on generating that awareness of what we do. And a day-to-day could be just helping support an event, or coming up with a social media strategy, or deciding what awards we're going to submit to, or what content we need to develop. So I love that we have this part of our job that is enabling others and creating awareness for the internal programs or the external services, and really no 2 days are the same. I feel that some days we get to be proactive and we're looking forward and making sure we have a balance to what we're doing, and then other days it's reacting to an opportunity that came in and helping see it through to fruition. So I love the variety. In addition to marketing, I also get to wear sort of a PMO hat, or our project management office, and that's been a really cool part of my job that started a few years ago with the Ignite initiative and our strategic plan. We really wanted some oversight to this big corporate initiative to make sure that what we were doing didn't get put on a shelf, but got implemented and sort of had the structure and the process behind it to see it through. And we decided to hold on to that, and now you'll kind of see me involved in all kinds of unique projects, and it's really when I'm wearing that PMO hat and just being involved and helping with the structure and support to see some of these big corporate initiatives through. Out of LDG's core values, the one I really identify with the most is teamwork. Those who know me know that I'm a people person. Playing sports growing up, it was always about being a part of a team. And while it's really fun to achieve on your own and to have successes, to me, it's always so much more enjoyable. And when you're in a company like ours, you get to be a part of different teams. It could be a committee, it could be the executive team, it could be the marketing team, it could just be that specific project team. But when the team comes together and wins, I just find that it's so much more enjoyable, and I just enjoy the aspect of that the most. Throughout my career, I've had the chance to work for a lot of different organizations that have had a lot of different ownership structures, from a sole owner to a few people to eventually being owned by private equity. And they all kind of come with their own cultural side and how they make decisions and just how you feel about the work you're doing. And what I love about an employee-owned company is I just feel that the work I'm doing impacts all of us. It's not that just one group in particular benefits at the end of the year and you put extra money in their pocket. I feel that what we do and the benefits that we create are enjoyed by everybody. And I just think it has a wonderful cultural side and financial side to our future. So I love that part of it the most. Something you may not know about me is I'm actually really passionate about the sport of basketball. So from the time I was a child all the way through college, I was a basketball player and captain, MVP, all that good stuff. And I still love it so much. It's something that still sparks and comes alive in me. So, if you're next to me at a Christmas party and there's a, basketball hoop at the bowling alley, I'll be over there playing it. But more lately, I've been able to enjoy that part of my life through my children and coaching youth basketball. So I really enjoy being a part of it, being competitive, the strategy, the learning, and the team part as well. As a services company, marketing is incredibly challenging. Word of mouth is incredibly important. The work that you're doing, your credentials, hearing from referrals, talking to peers, asking them for recommendations is a huge part of our business. So how do you market and how do you find people that you can't get through to that avenue, or how do you control that message? It's a challenge that we're faced with all the time, especially as a growing multidiscipline company that our capabilities are always changing. So how do you keep everybody, up to date on everything that you can do? So I think that word of mouth is here to stay and will always be a part of what we do. But what you need are the supporting sides that I think marketing brings. So that blanket brand awareness, the professional website, the social media presence. You might meet someone and they might say, hey, you know what, check out LDG, they did a good job for us. But if people go to validate what you're doing, look at your materials, look at your handouts, a leave behind, a presentation, your, like I said, website or social media, if those don't match up and if they don't meet the level of professionalism, if they don't validate what they're hearing, very quickly, I think the perception can really change about your organization. So for us, the challenge is to be constantly putting out content that really reaches all types of different audiences, all different types of services and markets, because you never know who's looking for what and you never know how deep they go, whether it's an employee looking to join or a client. They need to be able to find what they're looking for. And I think our job is to have this proactive rhythm of content and marketing that's out there so that when the opportunity comes, it kind of all comes together.